See if that works. Hey, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we are live. Even the technical difficulties is live. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and end this stream, start over again, and we'll take it from the top. You know what? Forget it. We're just gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it rolling. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it rolling right here. Alright, so again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Soul Centric 1111. This is the December 25th edition, even though today is the 26th. I recorded a video yesterday, actually, but for some odd reason, you guys wasn't able to see my screen. Nothing was recording, but now we're all good now. So I'm not even gonna close this stream. We're just gonna keep it rolling. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So this video is about the truth about December 25th, right? Now I'm not gonna go real deep into it like I sort of did yesterday. I'm just gonna try to keep it as simple as possible, right? And I'm just here to offer you guys the truth. I'm not here to change your belief or anything like that. You can believe what you want to believe, but regardless, right? You got the truth, and then you got the lies that feel good to you, right? So it's all up to you what you decide to do with your life. But anyway, a lot of us has been programmed. A lot of us have been misled. A lot of us we've been really following traditions of the oppressors, right? Just to put it in a nutshell, the people that enslaved our ancestors, right? We have learned their ways. We have learned their customs. We have learned their language. We have taken their names. Even learned the history that they want us to know. Now, when I say the history, they want us to know the narrative that they want us to believe, right? Now, of course, there are some truths, right? But along with those truths, they're mixed with lies as well, too. So, and same thing when it comes to Christmas. December 25th, a lot of us, even me, I'm included, a lot of us been lied to, right? We've been thinking that Christmas is a Christian holiday. Not only that, but that it's also holy, right? Now, that day can be definitely holy, but it's all about the understanding that you have, right? And we're going to get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. So, what I like to go to is Jeremiah chapter 10 in the King James Bible, right? In Jeremiah chapter 10, it says here, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speak to you, O house of Israel." That's you, black people. "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cut a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not." Now, come on, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't got to go into the debates of what it could mean or anything like that. It's very plain and simple, right? That's what we call a Christmas tree today, right? And we also Well, I ain't gonna say we. I'm gonna exclude myself out of it, but I used to. I've been there before. Decorated with silver and gold and other whatnots, right? Well, clearly it's already saying right here in the Bible, for my Bible people, thus said the Lord, do not follow the ways of the heathen, and the whole custom of Christmas, God already saying that he doesn't approve of it. So why have our people so hell bent on this damn holiday? Now, also, what we was taught is that December 25th is the birth of Christ. Now, I remember as a child growing up, they used to talk about this big bright star in the sky on December 25th. And then I remember how they used to tell us how that big bright star on December 25th is the star of Jesus. I remember that. If any of you all remember that, right? Well, as an adult, what I come to find out, that big bright star in the east on December 25th, that is not the star of Jesus, okay? That is actually the star Ceres. That's the star Ceres. Now, the whole allegory of Jesus dying on the cross, and resurrecting in 3 days, that's an allegory as well too. The allegory is that they replaced the S-U-N son and replaced it with the S-O-N son, right? This is just figuratively speaking, right? And so on this website, right, I'm just read this little bit of information with you, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it to make a little bit more sense after that. So before Christmas, right, 3 days before Christmas, there's this thing called the winter solstice, right? It's all part of astronomy. Astronomy is the study of the planets and the stars. So again, the winter solstice is an astronomical event occurring when the Earth's tilt towards the sun is at its minimum, resulting in the shortest day and longest night of the year. In the northern hemisphere, it usually falls on December 21st or 22nd. This event signifies the beginning of the gradual increase in daylight as we transition towards spring times. Let me pause right there. What that means is this right here. Between December 22nd through the 24th, those are going to be our absolute shortest days of daylight, right? Now, to our ancestors and just to the ancient people at that point in time, they looked at that time of the year. It's almost like death, right? Because the leaves are falling, the crops are not growing, and the trees is almost naked. There's no leaves or anything on it, right? It's almost like you don't really see, too much life. You don't really see, you don't see a lot of animals like that, unless they're the ones that, that you may see in a cold season, like a rabbit, maybe some deers, maybe a bear. You won't see no ducks in the snow. You know what I mean? You won't see no ducks in the snow. You won't see no snakes in the snow. None of that type of stuff. So now, after on December 25th, what happens is that now the days start becoming longer. Thus, the sun has returned to give life. Now, on those 3 days before the 25th, though, the sun, it's almost like the sun doesn't go down any further south as far as how it's, on the horizon, right? It's almost like it's at a standstill. It does not keep going down southwardly, making the days becoming shorter and shorter. They actually stop at a certain point for 3 days. Then on December 25th, the sun starts going northward, where now the days will start becoming longer until we get into March, when we start turning our clocks up an hour. So I'm going to continue on with this website real quickly. So throughout history, various cultures have celebrated the winter solstice and attached different meanings to it. These diverse customs have given rise to numerous rituals and festivities around the world, many which honor the return of the sun. Did I just say that? And its crucial role in sustaining life on Earth. So, the whole significance of December 25th, ladies and gentlemen, is the sun returning to Earth to give life, and also the days start becoming longer, meaning that is the return of the sun. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys this little quick video real quickly. I think it's like 2 minutes to go a little bit more in depth into what I was talking about. Check it out.
The star in the east is Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, which, on December 24th, aligns with the 3 brightest stars in Orion's belt. These 3 bright stars in Orion's belt are called today what they were called in ancient times, the 3 kings. And the 3 kings and the brightest star, Sirius, all point to the place of the sunrise on December 25th. This is why the 3 kings follow the star in the east, in order to locate the sunrise, the birth of the sun. The Virgin Mary is the constellation Virgo, also known as Virgo the Virgin. Virgo in Latin means virgin. Virgo is also referred to as the house of bread, and the representation of Virgo is a virgin holding a sheaf of wheat. This house of bread and its symbol of wheat represents August and September, the time of harvest. In turn, Bethlehem, in fact, literally translates to house of bread. Bethlehem is thus a reference to the constellation Virgo, a place in the sky, not on Earth. There's another very interesting phenomenon that occurs around December 25th, or the winter solstice. From the summer solstice to the winter solstice, the days become shorter and colder. And from the perspective of the northern hemisphere, the sun appears to move south and get smaller and more scarce. The shortening of the days and the expiration of the crops when approaching the winter solstice symbolize the process of death to the ancients. It was the death of the sun. And by December 22nd, the sun's demise was fully realized. For the sun, having moved south continually for 6 months, makes it to its lowest point in the sky. Here a curious thing occurs. The sun stops moving south, at least perceivably, for 3 days. And during this 3-day pause, the sun resides in the vicinity of the Southern Cross, or Crux, constellation. And after this time, on December 25th, the sun moves 1 degree, this time north, foreshadowing longer days, warmth, and spring. And thus it was said, the sun died on the cross, was dead for 3 days, only to be resurrected or born again.
Yep, that is right. That is right. So basically what they did, guys, was we taught them astronomy, right? And what they did was this right here. It said, okay, we're going to take these stars and these planets and we're going to give them European names. And we're going to use these European names and write stories behind them. And we're going to make a religion out of it. And with this religion, we will conquer. Right? And that's exactly where we at right now. They, has forced their religion on a lot of different countries and a lot of different people, including us. And all for control, and here we are today. following their ways and following their holidays, which is ungodly, right? I mean, this is not my words. This is in the Bible. Jeremiah 10. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cut a tree out of the forest, and the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. That's a Christmas tree. Don't follow the ways of the heathen, say the Lord. Right? If you guys say you love God so much, thus say the Lord, then follow what the Lord is telling you. Alright, so also in the Bible, right, it tells us in Romans 12:2, it be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. We supposed to be trying to follow the will of God. Christmas is not part of that, Something does go on December 25th, but it has nothing to do with no ho-ho-hos and no goddamn Merry Christmas either. Now, there's something more deep about Christmas that you all do not know about, right? Let me get into it real quickly. So, Amos, right? When you go into Amos chapter 5, you go down to the 26th verse, right? It says here, but ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch, and showing your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves, right? Therefore I cause you to go into captivity beyond Damascus, saith the Lord, whose name is the God of hosts. Now, let me just let you guys know this in a nutshell without trying to add or put a whole bunch of pieces of the puzzle together. Moloch is what we call today Santa Claus. At that point in time, Moloch, right? Accordingly, right? Children was offered to this created God as a sacrifice. And you see how he's sitting down like in a little chair, and you see the fire behind him. Let me let you guys see a little bit more information here. The original Hebrew text of the Bible, Moloch, is a Canaanite god associated with the sacrifice of children. Yes, you see and read that correctly. You see this right here? Look at that. So, again, and this was done on December 25th, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that used to be actually practiced at that point in time. Now, for them to be able to, like, on a spiritual level, right? On the spiritual level, for them to be able to keep this custom going. You see how the people are just all standing around. People just standing around, see the child being offered. This went from that to this. Santa Claus. Still, the mindset, the energy behind it is still related to this right here. All thing they did was just perhaps like change the name and the image, but still the essence behind it is still the same, which is of evil. And I know y'all see these children right here smiling, but look how the two coordinate together. Y'all remember how people might go to the mall or whatever store, they might have Santa Claus there sitting down, and just like these people right here, all standing in line, waiting to set their child on a stranger's lap that they don't even know about, that they don't know. And the thing about it is this right here. A lot of children, when they go to see Santa Claus, right, they are crying. You know what I'm saying? Like most children are crying. And see, the thing about it, there's a reason why the Lord tells us not to follow the ways of the heathen, because we don't understand why they have certain things created and why they do what they do, right? And because of us not having that understanding, you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't be trying to follow ways of the heathen anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because what may look good to them, it might not look good to the eyes of God. And that's where your essence lay. And that's the laws you should be trying to follow. All right. Now, another thing that does happen on December 25th that our ancestors knew about is that those 3 stars that's on Orion's belt, they are lined up with the pyramids in Egypt. Giza, Kemet, whatever name you want to call it, right? You know where the Great Pyramids are located. So those 3 stars right here, you see how you got these 2 stars right here and it's an even alignment, but you got this one star that's off just a little bit. This is the aerial view of the pyramids, and those same 3 stars lines up with the 2 pyramids perfectly, right? But then we built a pyramid that was off just a little bit, but look how perfectly in line they are with the stars. This is something that also, this is what happens on December 25th. And this is what our ancestors knew. And this is the reason why they created the pyramids exactly like this, because they was making heaven on earth. Let it be done on earth as it is in heaven. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video right there. I don't want to make it extremely long or anything like that. I hope you all definitely got something from this video. Definitely, like, comment. Also, subscribe to my channel. There will be definitely plenty more videos. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Peace.